Hello and good evening, everyone. Mighty Z here, and before we get started, I wanted to say it has officially been 1 year of Mighty Z content. Yes. Time flies. Technically, it was back in October, but I didn't have time to celebrate it because things were going crazy at work and the schedule was too full anyway, so we're celebrating it now with a retro one-off. Now, I thought about where to go. Sega, PlayStation, what should we do? And I decided on Mystical Ninja starring Goemon on the N64. I was a Sega kid growing up, but my sister had PlayStation, and I had the N64 and Nintendo consoles moving forward. And it was a glorious time in the 90s when you could go into Blockbuster and rent games. Well, for us it was Hollywood Video, the ghetto version. But you could go down the list and discover all kinds of hidden gems that you never got to try before. One day we went in and we saw this beauty, and it said, oh my god, it's a Konami game. Makers of my glorious Rocket Knight Adventures, all those Tiny Toons games, TMNT games. How have I not heard about this one? Well, this game is glorious. It's goofy, it's funny, there's giant robots, there's a lot of music. Let's get right to it. So excited. Yes! Yes! Alright. Many of you will know Mr. Kageyama from singing pretty much the opening to everything. He sang some Dragon Ball openings, the Japanese version of X-Men, Beast Wars, pretty much everything. Start the game off with this and you can't help but be in a good mood. I was expecting, I don't know, a really serious ninja game, maybe some stealth action, and getting hit with this from the get-go, you're just like, okay. Yep, ancient feudal Japanese mechs. There's the whole crew. So, there is Legend of the Mystical Ninja on the SNES, which some of you may have played. If you have, you already know who Goemon was, but if you missed that, this may be your first entry also. There were several SNES games, but not all of them came to America. Yeah, most of them are 2D games and can be quite difficult, shockingly, at the bosses, but before that they're super easy, almost slice of life, and have a lot of humor, but we'll get to that in a minute. So yeah, you're in feudal Japan. Kinda. Alright, we got our heroes, we got Goemon and his buddy, Bisumaru. Now, the maker of Goemon is Etsunobu Ebisu, so I always thought that Ebisumaru is supposed to be him, but it's like some really self-deprecating humor, because like, what I know about Ebisumaru, he's really fat, he's so, like, his head is so fat that his ninja mask comes up under his nose, and the other trait I know about him is he's really perverted, which is incredibly downplayed in the English version. and I looked at the guy, and this looks like you. You put yourself in the game. Why would you not make yourself cooler? But whatever. I guess it's his humor style. If you can't make fun of yourself, who can you make fun of? And yes, that's a spaceship, a Peach spaceship. So pretty much to set the tone here, these Peach shoguns are going around as sort of like fashion designers, and they are trying to westernize parts of Japan, and our heroes have to stop them because that's a bad thing. Alright. For example, they have a giant spaceship, clearly more technology than the people below them. And what are they gonna do? You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out what they're gonna do. Here we go. There's a classic Ojo-sama laugh. Of the very few voice lines. There are a couple voice lines in here. Not a lot, though. Not a lot. This is 1997 to set the stage here. So there's the laser. There's, I assume, the daimyo of this town, the governor, and his daughter. And when I first saw this, yeah, I thought they were just dead. Like, I thought they were straight up dead. They're fine. They're fine. What's going on? Now, having since played this game in Japanese, some of the humor is a bit risque. All of that has been cleaned up. I'll tell you a couple ones when we get there. But yeah, total technological difference, but we're gonna beat him up with our pipe and wooden hammer. Alright. A hero's call to arms. It's time. Oh, by the way, there is a second Mystical Ninja game on the N64 that goes back to the 2D style, and it is 2-player. It is hard. It is hard as balls. But maybe we'll get there one day. Alright, so this is Goemon's house. I had absolutely no exposure to real Japanese culture, so I got trapped in here a lot. I'll explain later. I didn't know where the door was, and I just stayed in here for like 10 minutes. But you have 2 party members right now. You can switch between Goemon and Bisumaru whenever you want. You have to stand still to switch. Yeah, there's the door. I'm so happy I have evolved. I know what doors look like now. I'm free! I'm free of this place! But yeah, Goemon attacks with a metal pipe, and Bisumaru attacks with a wooden hammer. You got money. Water doesn't kill you, which water killed you in most games back in the day, which is nice. You can crawl on the ground, like that. It's not really useful for anything, but it's funny. And Bisumaru, he's a pervert, so he crawls like this. There's no functional change, it's just funny. And he runs kind of, I don't know how to describe how he runs. He runs goofy, that's what we'll say. Now, depending on how much money you have, you can rest in various rooms in the hotel. Once again, no functional difference in the hotel rooms. I think in the cheapest hotel room, you're like sleeping in the alley or some crappy place. And in the expensive one, you have food and all kinds of like servants and stuff. It's great. In the 2-player games, you can use that to mess with your fellow player. Like if they can't afford a nice room, your rooms will be right next to each other and they just have to look at you. Like, you know, living it up. It's really funny, especially if like, player 2 is like sleeping in the alley, for example, with rats, and you're in like the lap of luxuries for player 1. It's really funny. But really, it just brings your health back. It doesn't give you more health or anything. It's just so you can feel better about yourself. There's plenty of money, so live it up, you know? And just kind of have a good time. It was one of those. Also, it has an on-screen map, which is, you know, pretty par for the course for a lot of games now, but back in the day, I remember thinking that was pretty rare. It was, you know, nice to have, not to have to switch to a map menu. Is that the thief? No, okay, that's not the thief guy. There is a guy around town who will rob the crap out of you. He is a douche, but you can find him and beat him up and get your money back. I remember the first time he took like 300 Ryo from me, and I was so pissed I couldn't find him. I searched for him. There he is. This guy, that pink guy. Screw that guy. That dude needs to get a job. Get it together. Anyway, to go and save the governor, we need to first head to Mount Fuji. Yes, Mount Fuji. And we'll walk there. But first, something way, way more important. Yes. Yes! Listen. Listen. Say it. Oh, he's so weird. He's so freaking weird. Again! So you have to understand, played this game as a child, and my sister was even younger, and we could not stop saying Purasma over and over because it was the most random crap in the world. And the dude looks like he's like naked with like a black bag over his head. It's weird. Anyway, we'll get to that later. He's a fortune teller, guy. If you get lost, you can pay him and he'll tell you where to go, basically. They got that in plenty of games. But off to Mount Fuji we go. Ow. So, Mystical Ninja World is a world where, like, Japanese folklore is real. So, a lot of that stuff will just come to life and attack you. A lot of fairy tale characters are alive. And it also tries to be, like, super educational about Japanese geography and food and stuff. So, like, if you're studying Japanese or something, it's actually pretty good. Play it in Japanese. It's not that hard. It's fun. They have little, like, tea houses here where you can talk to people. I need to get the map of Japan from this guy. You talk to him and give you stuff. They teach you about the 47 different, like, prefectures and what life was like back in the olden days. The guy who makes Goemon makes a lot of educational games even to this day. So, like, he always slips these educational things into his games. And I think he's still doing that in his games now. It's good. Nothing wrong with it. It's ignorable if you don't want it. Anyway, off to Mount Fuji. We have to go meet a Hattori Hanzo type because we need to upgrade our weapon in order to get to Oedo Castle so we can help the governor and his daughter. Let's roll. What? You don't really need to grind money or anything. As you can see, money's not really falling out anymore. There'll be lots of hidden spots and grindable places for it. Once again, not a hard game. 2D games, hard as balls. 3D platformer, not so much. But it's fun though, and it has a lot of music that is just great. Just great music. Especially a couple tracks later. Here we go. Mount Fuji. Is it everything you thought it would be? Yeah, it's tiny. It's a little wee Mount Fuji. We'll get up here. There we go. Love to switch characters. I love you, Mr. Mario. Yeah. Dodge. Oh, wow, that bloater almost hit me. All right, dodge, 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 dodge. And we move. Yeah, most of the enemies shoot these little weird, like, pop rock things that are very easily dodged. But whatever. Anyway. Oh, yeah. This is 1997, so, like, camera controls were, like, not a thing. Like, at all. There's no way to change the camera angle or anything at all in this game. It's rough. We're inside Mount Fuji now. It is a volcano in Mystical Ninja World. It is active, and it has slinkies in it for some reason. Everybody loves a slinky, a slink. Well, it is the 90s, that makes sense. But yeah, with no camera controls, you just kind of gotta finagle the camera around. You can press R and the camera will attempt to go behind you. And when I say attempt, I mean if there is an enemy, a wall, anything. Oh, I did a little tech there. Or anything, it will fail. Little technique I did just now. When you switch between party members, you are technically intangible, so you can dodge an enemy that way. You don't really need to, and you have to stand completely still to do it, so there's no technical reason to do it. But if you're pressing a little sibling, it's pretty cool. Anyway, the camera can get caught on walls, anything. It can pass through some walls, and some walls it can't pass through. So you just kind of, like, finagle it. If you played a bunch of N64s, you remember. You remember how it was. You never really thought of camera controls as bad back in the day. It was just kind of how it was, because the number of 3D games you had played were in the single digits. Like, I probably played this, Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, and, like, I don't know, Chameleon Twist or something at the time. So it was like number 4 or 5. Yeah. Get all the money you can, especially if you want to use expensive hotel rooms. You don't really need to buy upgrades or anything, and they'll always give you money if you need it, but, you know, just makes life more convenient. Check through here. We're good. I was looking for one more lucky cat. The lucky cats increase your stats. Not really a problem to beat the bosses in this game, but some of them are time-consuming, even though they're easy. But, you know, increased strength will make it go quicker. Alright, here's our Hattori Hanzo sword. We need him to make our weapon stronger. You can say the wrong answer and he won't do it. Let's see. Greatest. So talk to him again and talk to him about the pipe. On the wall you can see he makes all these pipes, even though those are just flat pipe textures in the background when I look at it now. Wow, those aren't 3D at all. Anyway, you might be wondering, why does Goemon use a pipe? Well, Goemon is based on a real guy named Goemon. He was like Japanese Robin Hood. He stole from the rich and gave to the poor. And there was a time period where we got the chain pipe now. Swords were like illegal to use, and people smoked these metal pipes at the time for tobacco. And while it was illegal to have a sword, it wasn't illegal to have a really long pipe, giggity. So people would have longer and longer pipes, and like, you could beat on a fool because these pipes are made out of metal, and you could just wail on people, and people would literally walk around with like 4 or 5 foot long pipes. Look it up on Wikipedia, it's hilarious. And you just beat the hell out of people, and the pipes had a little curve. So if you've ever played like a beat 'em up game and noticed that when you pick up a metal pipe, it has a little curve at the end, that's because it is making fun of these old pipes back in the day that people used to smoke. It's a pipe and that's a pipe, you know. It has a special name, but I forget what it's called. What was it called? It was Kiseru. Yes, it's called a Kiseru. It was a really, really big pipe. By the way, there's no fall damage, so feel free to just jump down Mount Fuji at your leisure. Let's head back to town. Here we go. Yes, it was the Kiseru pipe, and it was a weapon. Alright, before we go, I need to hear it one more time. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Yes! Yes! Okay, that's all I needed. I just needed my fix. Alright, let's move on. Head to the castle now. It was this way? Here we are. Yes. Alright. This is why we needed the chain pipe. You'll see these star blocks. They're basically hookshot points. There's no Z targeting in this game because, you know, it came up pretty much when Ocarina of Time came out. So you have to kind of aim it yourself. I like to just kind of jump toward and hope to God it hits. There's water down there, so it's fine. But anyway, Goemon, in real life was, you know, he was a ninja. I think it was like, what, Ishikawa Goemon? He was their Robin Hood. I think there was a failed assassination attempt, and his story, people don't remember how his story goes except for his ending, because he and his son were like boiled alive. No joke. Like, they didn't mess around with that Robin Hood crap in Japan back in the day. And I think his like arms or something were cut off. It was horrible. But like, yeah, that's real history is a horror story. That's how it works. Anyway, next banger, this song. Randomly, this song is, you know, just walking up to the castle, and it's amazing. I don't know why, it's just so good. Why? Why is that song so good? You'll never hear it again. You just hear it at this one part when you walk up to the castle, and that's it. It's so good. This is about the music I expected for this environment. So we gotta scale the castle and save the governor. Governor. Let's grab all this money we can while we're here. Yeah, I'm getting all the money for you, don't worry. There we go. There we go. But yeah, Goemon pops up in a lot of kabuki plays and a lot of folklore. He's really well known, so, you know, even posthumously, he's still famous, and he even appeared in many video games, including children's video games, so it's a part of life, you know? It is good. We salute you, Robin Hoods of the world. Anyway, in the castle, it is really basic stuff. There are locked doors, find the keys, unlock the doors. If you do it right, there's no real backtracking, just clear the rooms as you go, and you should be fine. I rented this game on Friday, and I beat it on the following Sunday. It is nothing crazy, but it's really fun, and has a lot of good jokes along the way. There we go. Get you and you. Also, the enemies explode when they die, so maybe they're robots? I don't know. Any of you who watch, like, Samurai Pizza Cats will know that, in English, they were all animals, but in the Japanese version, they were all not samurai, they were ninjas, and all the characters were actually robots, which makes a lot of things about that cartoon make sense in retrospect. Like characters being able to take off and put back on limbs and exploding and stuff, or the one chick who shot missiles out of her head. When you realize they're all actually robots, makes a lot of sense. When you don't know that, it's just big-headed anime randomness. There we go. These lucky cats are everywhere, so don't worry about missing them. Oh, no, that's the cat. That's the map. Get the map. The map is good. It's not super useful because the dungeons in this aren't too elaborate, and I can't even remember any secret rooms off the top of my head, but it's good to have. And it's a better map than most games had at the time. So this was weird. You have these obstacles you're clearly supposed to jump on, and like these moving platforms, but there's water in the room and you can just swim, and it doesn't really stop you from doing that at all? I guess it's maybe like baby's first level. It does get harder. It does get harder than this. But I wonder why this is not like a bottomless pit or something. I don't know, whatever. Just seems weird. Like you could just swim right there to that part and just skip all that. If you were speed running or something. I don't know. Moving on, all the food and stuff is very Japanese. The little colored balls we are picking up are dango, which are little, like, colored candy sort of things. I say candy, but it's just little rice cake candy. They're not super sweet, kind of mild, slightly sweet. People enjoyed eating them back in the day, and still now, every now and then, you know. It's all good. Ah, evil tatami mats! Get away! Get away! Oh yeah, so if you don't know what to do in a room, kill everything. Tatami mats, evil pots, just kill everything and a key will appear. Pretty basic right here. It will get more complicated later when we have more party members. I guess it's no spoiler to say there are 4 party members. You see them in the opening. And they each have different weapons and they'll each gain different skills as we go, but for right now, all we have is the chain pipe, so it's basically just, you know, kill crap, grab key. And the most they can do is make us, like, hook shot our way across some pits. But it's all good. Whack. Can you imagine being hit in the head with a metal pipe? Like, the real Goemon's pipe was made out of, like, solid silver, so that would leave a goose egg on your head, man. It's a good weapon. And apparently some people who had, some people still illegally had swords, and you could bring a pipe to a sword fight and come out on top if you were skilled enough, which I would love to see. And as long as you actually smoked out of the pipe and showed it was a real pipe, totally legal. Nobody's compensating for anything. I just like carrying around my 10-foot pipe. Come at me, bro. Alright. Another key. We are blowing through this lickety-split. Easy peasy. Next room. I think there's only like 3 floors, despite it looking like there's like 10 from outside. Let's go. They all say very stereotypical anime things, which is really funny. And they're all well-known voice actors from cartoons of the time. But that stands to reason for this. Makes sense. This is, I think, the first game where you actually can hear Goemon's voice. So for fans of the franchise, that was a pretty big deal. Secret rooms always have lots of money, so be sure to grab it all. There you go. Old Japanese money is the giant golden coins. Alright. Through here. You don't need to kill you, let's go. I missed that coin. It's fine. There'll be more. And I think that's an elevator. Alright. Got stuff to put decorations. Here we go. And elevator. Let's roll. Next floor. Okay, so these guys are a visual joke. They are colored like Dongo's colored, and they're doing the floor cleaning thing, which is really good for your abs. Ooh, music change. Getting close to the boss. That's one thing they do, have a second track. They had dynamic soundtrack before it was a thing. Go, Konami, go. But, yeah, that floor cleaning thing you've seen in a whole bunch of stuff, like the movie Spirited Away and stuff. You put a cloth on the ground, and you run along the ground to clean it really quickly, especially with wooden floors. Really great for the abs. They made us do it after karate all the time, and when your abs are all sore and tender, quite painful. Those rooms were huge. You hit a key up there. You never have to backtrack. The key is always close by, which I like. You can backtrack for a few lucky cats, but you don't really have to. Like I said, game not hard. You'll probably have to go one more cycle on bosses in the future if you miss a whole bunch. Ow. Ow. We're almost there. Let's come through here. Here we go. Oh, no, I thought we'd get a bottomless pit. No. Well, it's almost harder. Whack. Love hitting him with a pipe. Alright. I thought we were at a part that we're not at yet. We'll get there. Oh, there's a pan blocking. A hand belonging to some sort of giant statue, perhaps? We'll get to that later. Let's see. Knock you through here. There we go. Another key. Go away. You're a Tanuki, except you don't have the giant balls. Oh yeah, have you ever seen a Tanuki statue in Japan? They have giant freaking balls. It's from folklore. There's no real story there. They just have giant balls they can stand on and float during floods and in rivers. Folklore is weird. Really, really weird. I don't know why, but whatever. They probably found it hilarious. Come to think of it, giant balls is kind of hilarious. They did in South Park, so maybe they were just a few hundred years ahead of the curve when it comes to humor. There we go. Rakusho means piece of cake, by the way. You don't have to ask in the comments. Alright. Over you. Oh, actual ninjas! Yeah, occasionally you will have to fight other ninjas. Kinda. Those are basic B ninjas, but they'll be way better ninjas later. Despite our glowing red clothing, we are also ninjas, you know. Red is the color that the hero wears in Kabuki plays, so you'll see in a lot of, like, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai stuff, the hero always wears red, and I like to make the leader wear red. It's kind of the hero color, and that's why they always do it. The bad guy usually wore black, which is racist. No, but, like, they let you know they were, like, the darker, eviler one. So you'll see that a lot. And white meant you were kind of like a spirit or a ghost or something, which is in pretty much every folklore story. Let's go. I think this should be it. We actually saw a bottomless pit, so it's getting harder now. Here we go. And this guy. So Goemon and this guy will trade words throughout the game. They don't really like each other, which you kinda get in English, but in Japanese, Goemon goes ham on this dude. It is not PC at all. So multiple times Goemon will scream that this guy is a weirdo, but in Japanese he will call him an okama, which is like a man cross-dressing as a woman, and he will scream that crap full guttural, and I'm like, that was a different time. But yeah, there's a laugh track just to let you know the tone of how this conversation is supposed to go. And he exits stage left. All right, let's go. Music is gone. Go through the Geese Howard doors here real quick. A free lucky cat and lots of dungo to keep your health at full power. And here we go. First boss. Oh no! Congo! He's a robot. He's just a head. He's a statue head. I think if you take him down, you'll take the hand downstairs if you want to go back down and you'll get some more money and cats or something. But this guy, he has two moves. He breathes fire, because he has that kind of bad breath. And he has... Do the thing. Do the thing. He's not doing a thing. He has lasers. I was going to say he has lasers. He has fire and lasers. He takes a beating, though, so it's going to take a while. There are the lasers. Made me look stupid. Do the lasers when I say it. Oh yeah, let's give Ibisabar some chance. Their attack power really isn't different, and the basic pipe and the hammer aren't really... I think the hammer might attack slightly faster? Trying to speed through this boss real quick. Give me a second. He doesn't really do anything. He just has fire and laser. It's going to take me a little while. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, almost got him. His head just keeps exploding until he's done. We're almost there. You can't do anything during the laser phase, so just jump over it. And you just keep whacking it. Whack it. Keep whacking him. Whacking it. Explode. Do the thing. There you go. Almost there. Oh, wow, you have a lot of HP. That's why you grab the lucky cats. Like I said, boss not hard, but he takes a licking. There we go. And he drops a moon. I forgot what this is for. There we go. That's such a weird noise to make, but it's so appropriate. Hoi, hoi. Alright, so let's go check on the governor and the daughter. Should be in here. Yeah, there they are. Oh yeah. And they're good. And now, as you can tell by the music, everything is hunky-dory and fine. Yay. You can do it as either character, it's fine. Yep. What we really did this for is we need the super pass so that we can actually leave town and start walking around Japan on our adventure fighting the Peach Shoguns. And we can't really leave without the governor's permission, which is weird. Yeah, you didn't really travel from town to town without permission and stuff. There was deadly trails, there were bandits, wild animals, wolves, and boars. Rough times, man. Rough times. Let's see. Oida Castle. Yeah, you can say no, but you'll just keep looping, so let's go. And then... Give me the super pass. Almost forgot. Here we go. Give it. Yes. Super pass. Go through the gate. There we go. It's a huge wooden plate, which is true. They did have these huge wooden plate passes. I think they still have some of those. There we go. So we have the super pass. Now we can get through the gate without having to fight the guard or anything. Yeah. There we go. We can save, and we can move on. Good stuff. And this is just to let you know what this was. You had the choice to save on the cartridge or save on the controller pack. You can save in the memory pack if you wanted to like take it over to your friend's house and share your save file. And we'll hear this banger music one more time for the last time. You will never hear this song again in the whole game. It's so good. It's just gone forever. I don't know why. I think this should have been the overworld music at some part, but I'm not in charge of music design. Alright, before we roll out, do we need food to take with us? You can buy some super blocky food. They have dumplings. They have oden, which is a bunch of like random like tofu and vegetables and stuff. And they have sushi, incredibly blocky sushi that looks like shrimp tuna and egg sushi. All winners, honestly. You can have the egg sushi if you're not really brave, but you know, sushi is delicious. You can actually get fat off of sushi, by the way. It has like vinegar and stuff in it. I forgot what's in it, but like if you eat a whole bunch of sushi, you will gain weight. It's weird. It's really counterintuitive. Right. Oh yeah, the second food item, the oden, they just like boil a bunch of like tofu and healthy plants and stuff, and you just kind of eat it. It's really good in the winter time, you know, it's just like snack food kinda. But back in the day, that was probably a full meal. Alright, I'm not gonna do the plasma guy again before we leave. I'm tempted. I'm tempted because I love it so much. But I might do the thief guy, show you what it looks like to get robbed and get your money back, and then before we roll out. This is Al we have to run through anyway. Hold up. Here he comes. Here he comes. Okay, he got my money. He got a whole bunch. Follow him, and you whack him. Look how much money he stole from me. Crazy. Thieves running around. You gotta be careful. But it's the olden days. That's how things were. Alright, there are pickpockets elsewhere, so be careful, but they're usually wearing brightly colored clothing so you can find them really easily. This Goemon's house, there's nothing really there for you to get at the moment, so you can just kind of leave once you have the super pass, which we have, so let's roll out. You can buy clothing, but the clothing just kind of like, it's not upping your defense. Once again, it just takes hits for you, and it's so early in the game that it's just kind of a waste of money. You see how much food drops, so you don't really need it at all. Alright guys, I got the super pass. Get out of the way. There are the guards. And I remember it taking them a really long time to open the door. Yeah, it wasn't that long. I was an impatient child. Alright, before we roll out, there is something we absolutely must do. If you played this game before, you know what it is. You know it's coming. The best part of this game, honestly. So we wanted to go visit the professor, but his laboratory exploded. Oh no! Let's go. Wow, it really, really exploded. There's nothing left except for this magic seashell. Which may or may not have a special purpose later. If you watch a bunch of Saturday morning cartoons, you know exactly what that seashell is for. Ooh. And here's this guy again. That sound he makes is always so weird. I can just imagine his voice in my head. He's like, hey, Goemon, what's up? It's me again. I'm not following you or anything. There it is, weirdo! He would scream Okama and it's flashing. It's like, cross-dresser! It's just not PC anymore. Had to piss the dude off and he gets really angry and then he'll spin off screen again. This time exiting stage up. Yep. But it's time to pursue. It's time. Yes! Yes! I'll let him introduce himself. This is Goemon Impact, our mechanical friend. As he said, he has a soul of steel, and he fights for justice. There are mech sections in Mystical Ninja. In the first section, we have to get to the battle, and in the second phase, we will have a mech battle. We have roller skates, which is only reserved for the coolest mechs. Nothing can really hurt you except for these big towers, pits, and the bridges. You do have a health bar to watch out for. You can die, but it's not too bad. Just whack everything in your way, and don't worry about any innocent people who may be living in these buildings. We're just smashing through like they're nothing. Let's go. Yeah. Woo! You are gorgeous. I love that song so much. When I learned Japanese, it was one of the first things I learned to sing. I've sung that song, and I've had people who know this game just jump in and start singing it with me. Oh god, I miss you guys from university. Anyway, we're done. Oh yeah. So, our first mech battle is against the Kabuki Terror himself, Kashiwagi. He does a Kabuki pose, yeah. Alright, Kashiwagi has a lot of health. You have a punch, kick, you can shoot coins, which is your actual money by the way, and you can grapple. He will shoot missiles and parasols and other projectiles. He has a lot of health for where impact is right now in the game, so you want to stop all of his attacks, which you can stop by punching them, which I love. You can shoot them down if you're not confident, but you can punch them down to get more money if you run out, and grapple him as much as you can. The grapple itself does damage, but also if you mash A and B, you can pull him in and do damage on him. You can do combos. You can, your right punch is a little harder than your left punch, but your left jabs will work you into some combos, and you can even kick. But I don't remember how to kick right at the moment. I'm gonna remember. There's not really a command list for Impact until later. Boom. Impact will gain more attacks as you go throughout the adventure, including a sweet hip laser. But that's for another time. Alright, he's attacking us with the umbrellas now. I like to punch these for money. A is right punch, B is left punch. You do have to punch correctly to stop his attacks. There we go. Yeah, keep grappling as much as you can at the right times. Grappling will also cancel him out of a lot of his attacks. It's really important to do. So when he's starting that flying attack, you can grapple him and stop it. But when he releases the missiles, out. Don't grapple him. Out. Because if you grapple him and the missiles are out, you can't defend yourself. With a grapple out, you can't punch at the same time. So any attacks that are out are definitely going to hit you. So choose your grapples accordingly. Let's punch these. Need some more cash. If you don't use your money at all, you can come out of these impact battles with more money, but money's everywhere, so I wouldn't really worry about it. I'm gonna kick you. I think it's left, right, and you get a kick. Let me see. Boop, boop, boop. Kick! There we go. Kick you. Ki-ai! Alright. The kick does Muku damage, so you want to get that out as much as possible. He's starting to smoke now. We're getting there. Nope. Punch your missiles. Like I said, he has a lot of health. Punch your missiles. Ow. Ow. Okay, his next attack. He has this weird psychic cherry blossom attack. You have to wait for him to stop and then punch him, or he will smack you upside your head several times. So just keep track of him, and just punch with the right hand to stop it. There you go. We're almost there now. Punch. I want the kick. Wanted the kick. I like the kick, and the kick is also hilarious to me. Yes, you can stop that. That Kabuki slap will slap the piss out of you. Do not let it make contact. Pull you in, reel you in just like fishing. Boop, boop, boom. Enjoy that. Yeah. Almost there. Here we go. He should die any second now. Ahem. He should die any second now. Come on. Almost there. You gotta go down. Go down. You're still standing. Hold up. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna shoot you until you explode. Grappled him to death. I've done that before. Now he's super far away. Ah, there we go. You get to see it close. And there we go. Boom, baby. And that that's Mystical Ninja, baby. The boldness of the late title drop. Yep, so once you're done with that, Impact will head off to do his own stuff. He has his own Hollywood arc and stuff on the side, which is kind of funny side commentary. But you will see him from time to time for various battles. And they do get more fun. Not all of them are scrolling. Some of them allow you to walk around in all range mode. And there'll be more skating and perhaps even space. Who knows? Alright, we're almost done here. Walk over to the next town, and we're tracked by another ninja. Who is it? It's Goemon's other friend, Yae. Known for her green hair and actually being serious about being a ninja, she's the girl in our group. It's an old anime. She's a better ninja. There we go. So this rounds out our group. We have 3 members. There are 4. Once you have 3, you're almost there. She has a ninja toe and some cool abilities, and an aquatic ability you'll get way later. And she will even get a cool projectile weapon later, which you don't get a lot of. Goemon can throw coins, but it's your actual money, so I didn't really do it too much, but you can totally throw coins and mess people up. When you throw coins and destroy enemies, you tend to get a coin back, so, you know, if you aim right, it's fine, but if you miss, you're wasting cash. Anyway, Yae and Goemon will talk, and she agrees to join us pretty easily. There you go. And then you move on. I think we're supposed to be in Kyoto now. I can't remember. They're using like the old Japanese names for some of these towns, so like I gotta go check Wikipedia. And there we go. She's dealing with her own issues, but together we can handle anything. And there's the laugh track again. By the way, Goemon is very much that kind of like, he doesn't really know what he's doing, but he just kind of jumps into it. I can handle anything sort of a guy. You know the type. And there we go. We got a new ally. So like with switching normally, switch to Bisumaru, and you switch to Yae. She actually has a ninja toe, a real blade, a real weapon, not like a doofus weapon, which is nice. Right now, she doesn't have any special abilities, but she will. We're not playing too much longer. I just got to check on one last thing, and then we'll call it apart. This is a Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. It's a fun little game. It's cute. Try it out on your own. It's a great time. It gets way funnier and way more action. Obviously, this is just the start of the game. It's incredibly Japanese, though. If you are able, play the game in Japanese for the real raw dog experience, and have a good old time. I'm not leaving until I find it. Where are you? I must find you. I know you're here. No, that's food. Are you here? No. We're not leaving until I find it. Where is it? Hold on. I can read this now. No, it's food. There you are! Yeah. Here we are! Yay! One more time! Yeah!